Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Parkville Network.
Well,
So a text at 402-403-9478. Listening to yesterday's podcast, my kids taught me a song about hand washing. We were talking about hand washing and how hot 5 seconds in really hot water should be fine.
You're not supposed to. No, we never said that.
I didn't say that. I said my own opinion. IMHO is that you just go in.
Cold water's fine.
It says to tune in to the tune of Frere Jacques. Tops and bottoms, in between, all around your hands. Now they're clean. That's not bad.
2 of those?
I like it.
You 2 of those?
From Courtney, yeah. I would be done after the first verse. That's it. Not second verse, same as the first. Yeah.
Save time. 20 seconds is what they suggest. So I'm guessing if they say 2015 is good.
Yeah. I'm good with that. 2015 is better than nothing.
Yeah.
This was from
just lathering up is a good start.
Just washing.
The people that are posting things like, when you had the pictures of the empty shelves, et cetera. And of course, then the next set of of pictures are all the full shelves because they deliver the next batch. And
right.
We've got stuff. We're not in a food desert or a Perel desert. I mean, you can make your own, like we talked about that. And there are other things you can use, and they throw out those pictures about the hand soap that's missing. It's like, what have people been doing?
Yeah.
Are y'all just hoarding this stuff?
I think they're hoarding. I think they're getting nervous.
I've seen a lot of pictures of people that it shows their neatly stocked pantries, but on top of the refrigerator, cabinets, hall closet, and
we need to just calm down a little bit. Just calm.
Even if you go to the prepper sites, which I may or may not have been on.
Yeah, not shocking.
Asking for if you're looking for what are the best things, if you're looking for a couple weeks, if they we've seen, not to no alarms, but I think it's Ohio is another one now at this point, California, New York, no unnecessary travel. They if you don't have an absolute essential job, you don't go to work. And the essential, they're talking, gas stations, grocery stores, banks.
So that being said, then you can go there to those places, grocery stores and stuff. So I would think that the traffic wouldn't be as heavy going to those places now, since people are going to be staying home more.
You're right. That picture the other day of the Highway 101 going into Los Angeles, and there was one car on it.
Yeah.
6 lanes wide.
Yeah, so that means there'll be more stores, the more food available at stores now. It's going to be okay. We're going to be just fine.
And I like the stores, I should say, that are opening up a particular hours. Like for the older people that want to come in because they don't want to deal with all the kids, or they don't want to deal with all the people, they don't want to rush, and so you have to be
that's nice.
In the senior citizens only from this time to this time. I like that.
Love it. It's nice
just to make people comfortable, because I hate hearing stories about people, older people in particular, that either are afraid to drive to go get something, leave their house, or they get there and they're afraid to walk in.
I wouldn't want to go in there. Jennifer says, hey guys, again, just thought I'd shoot you some suggestions for people who are out of work. Services like Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats, etc. have been slammed. Would be a good way for people to earn some. I saw a couple here in a second too that I saw online. Doctors and other essential workers are looking for childcare, so they can keep going to work. Temp nannies are probably in high demand. This way, a job that you could bring your child with you as well. Just some ideas.
I'm going to throw in Save Your Spot. When you're talking about childcare, because a lot of people are concerned about that, and because some people aren't working, and they want to go work somewhere else, but they don't have a way to pay for it. Always be open to the barter system. Sure. You know what? People don't have to pay you in cash.
We've learned that in this business that is a real legit thing.
That if you need something, I'll give you this, and if I can have one of those, and if you can help me with this project this summer.
Sure.
Maybe right now I'll do XYZ for you if your 13-year-old can come mow my yard.
We are 100% back in the Viking Pilgrim trade days.
Maybe not that far,
but with the concepts that we're using now with trade and stuff, we are whittling down to the bare necessities and what we need, at least what we thought we needed. And so that's a great idea. And when was the last time you went, that was the first thought in your mind was trade instead of just paying cash?
Well, I was in radio for a long time.
Well, besides that we don't count. That trade was our first thought.
So we got paid.
You got any certificates for free hot dogs?
Is there food? Okay, we'll come.
I saw on Amazon hiring workers. I don't where if it's like where there's fulfillment centers or
Des Moines
it's
was one of
$15 an
them.
hour.
Yeah.
$15 an hour, and there was also
They're cutting back though too on some of their products because they are some of their third party products. So there's this kind of a give and a take with Amazon right now.
Yeah.
And I think that just has to do with control. But
Okay.
Walmart is another one too.
Walmart is too.
But
Yeah.
they're hiring. I did see that posted.
So there are places that are hiring, and those ones that you had mentioned, DoorDash, all those kind of things, great way too to make some cash.
Speaking of which, and to be honest, I didn't get to vet this because I just got this in the mail right before we walked in.
Mm-hmm.
And it says at participating locations, but I'm not sure if Wendy's locally is doing this, but this is one, and I guarantee there'll probably others that are going to start doing the same thing. For a $10 order or more, it's free delivery through Grubhub, and Postmates is another service that's not around here.
helps.
But they're doing it through April 6th. So that's you got to kind of keep, and the apps are always good too if you're looking at grocery stores, fast food. Grab the apps because they do throw some specials onto those to make it a little bit easier for you when you go shopping, and you can use the app to get discounts, free stuff.
And I know that restaurants they need a lot of help right now. They just really do in general. But they
need that door to the curbside.
But they
that's
do,
the sad part is that.
And this is, I don't know if this is selfish of me. This is petty. I know that
this will be
money's
fun.
important.
Okay.
Well, but I mean, I don't know if this is like, okay, so they used to have there was dine-in specials and to-go specials. So there are no more dine-in. You can't dine in. That's not an option anymore.
Right.
So all those dine-in specials that we all loved, you can't have those anymore.
Nope.
It's just the takeouts.
Right.
So I would think maybe it'd be nice to maybe honor some of the takeout specials because you can't dine in, because that would encourage. We were going to go today to Applebee's and get the wings again, and kids were excited. We were super pumped. Then found out it was dine-in only, so we couldn't do it. So we decided not to do it.
Oh, the only way you could get it is if they're still doing dine-in. At
Applebee's is? We're not going to go.
I was just asking. They are still doing dine-in?
No. Oh no, I didn't think so.
So the wings then weren't offered?
No, wings are not offered.
So they don't have wings. They do have wings to go, but they're not the same special.
It's not the same special.
Okay, now I got it. Because when you said that, but they were dine-in only and we're not going, I thought you meant we didn't want to go inside to eat.
No, the special is
Got it.
dine-in only. So
Okay.
maybe just a little tip for some of the restaurants. I understand it's better than not getting any money, but if people aren't making money now, maybe have some of those specials, happy hour specials for takeout. It might encourage people to do that.
The takeout and I don't remember what restaurant it was, but because some of the restaurants, like we were talking to Dan Hoppin last few days ago, I guess, actually, about what's going on in the restaurant industry, his podcast, Restaurant Hoppin', and said that, for a lot of these restaurants, they are not or are having trouble making that pivot from being a dine-in restaurant to being a delivery or curbside restaurant. Curbside, everybody is doing right now. It's not just come in and get it. They don't even want you to come in. They'll bring it out to you.
Makes sense.
And some of the wait staff in some, I can't remember the one. There was more than one. The restaurants that what they were trying to do, because they're trying to salvage the jobs for the wait staff to have them do delivery. So their people were still delivering their food as a delivery, which is an option as well. But it's crazy. Hy-Vee cannot get a time for pickup or delivery. I tried 5 locations.
Jeez.
And talked to somebody, said, well, depends on the city. Some people you can, some places you can't. Some I ordered Monday morning for a Friday afternoon delivery. You don't even get an option for a day or time on either. But you know what? My list is done, so I guess I'm going to go at some crazy time. I don't even know if they're all open.
Hy-Vee closes at 8.
All Hy-Vees close at 8 now. What time do they open?
At least 108. Either 7 or 8. Both Hy-Vees, 144th Stony Brook and 180th and Center both have those hours. So I don't know
that
about the
sucks
other
because the midnight, late time, early morning, super early morning is like when nobody's there.
Right.
It's the best time to go shopping.
So now there's going to be lines right at 8 o'clock to get in, just like there was at Target the other day. And it'll be...
And hopefully that kind of lessens because people realize there is food. There is stuff.
Yeah,
because I think at first people were panicked these first few days.
For 100%. But there's still a limited amount. Like we went in, I went in and early, to Target the other day when I went in toilet paper, they only get so much in a truck. So if you're not there right away, if you need it, then you at a max 4 per person. There
Correct.
was probably 60 things.
Yeah.
So 24 and 6. I mean, so that's like what?
Have you thought of
30
going somewhere other than Omaha?
No, have not thought about that.
Just curious. I'm not sure, like some of the smaller towns that have grocery stores
I don't know. I
drive a
haven't
little
thought
ways.
about that.
I'm just curious what they're doing.
That's not a bad idea. I haven't thought about that
like
though.
what's going on. Because some of the small towns could probably use the business too. Would be another thought.
Yeah. And it's, in reality, it's 2020. Nobody's going to starve. It's going to be fine.
No.
Might have to eat Doritos for a day if it gets
Right?
that way.
Go to
But who
Buc-ee's.
knows? It is scary though.
Whatever.
I mean, it is scary.
It's unsettling. It's just like, okay, my routine's not right. All my stuff. I gotta get cat food. I still have Chewy. Chewy's still giving me my dog and cat food, so that's all cool. So we're good there.
And these freaking kids. I don't know if you follow Christy Anderson. I think it was on Twitter. Our friend of Parkville, obviously. And she posted a snapshot, a screenshot of her daughter's text message back and forth. Her daughter arguing, wanted to go to a friend's house.
Because it's the last time she's going to see her for a long time.
I took a screenshot of the conversation I had with my daughter the previous night, almost word for word. My mom, please, I'm begging you. I'm not going to see her forever. The exact same. And then last night, same conversation.
The best
this
line?
This isn't fair.
I just want to be happy.
Right. So dramatic. These kids are they're so dramatic, and I get it. It would suck to be in spring break and be at their age and be stuck literally in the house unless you want to go to the park.
That's the funny part is like, it's not just spring break. It's pretty much done.
Oh no, I know. That's what
You know what I mean? It's like,
they know
it's
that
one
there's
thing that it's spring break. And so there's that week.
They know
you
that
would
it's
normally be
done.
doing other things. It's like, you better get used to this because this isn't just 1 week.
They know
this
it's
is
done.
weeks.
They know it's over, and you know who else knows it's over? The adults know it's over. Absolutely.
I loved some of the stuff that was put out there for things, and I had a list. I forgot to bring it with me. That's what I was going to grab. We'll get it posted, but it's pretty comprehensive. It covers a lot of areas. There's some things that are missing, but of things that you could do during this time. And of course, you've got the exercise or read a book and it's got a list of the top books in all different categories. And it does not have a really good listing of things to watch because I know I'm like wrung out everything I can find already on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because let's just be honest. I'm a heavy user of Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime. So the stuff that I like, I jump on it. Like the new show that Little Fires Everywhere.
Yeah.
Zipped up those 3 episodes, done like that, and now it's 1 episode a week for the next 5 weeks.
Although that's okay. That's okay because if they were all out there, you'd be done in a day.
Whatever, I'll
least you have
forget what
something to
happened
look
by the
through.
time the next
It's called
episode.
television
Whatever.
tantric.
All right, I'm not, and I think that's how we used to do it. It's like
Right.
every week you get to see another episode. Now I just almost belligerent, but. I need a better listing of what's out and what's coming.
Yeah.
Because we know so many things have stopped production. This last week wasn't a big deal because nothing was interrupted. Everything ran as per usual, except maybe some live stuff. But you still got your regular TV shows because they were already done.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe in the next few weeks we're going to start feeling that a little
How
differently.
about Hy-Vee? I saw the story yesterday that they're adding like these plastic sneeze guard protectors for their cashiers. It's like right in between the people that are checking out and the cashiers, there's going to be a plastic
Like a
wall.
cab on a tractor?
Kind of. Yeah. Like a sneeze guard on a buffet, one of those plastic.
Did I tell you? I didn't tell you my story, I don't think I did. And I don't remember who was telling this story. So hopefully I get it right if you're listening. Because I can't remember who told this, but they were talking about being in line at the grocery store. Did I tell this? And she was waiting. She was like 2 people back. And the woman that was checking out was a bit impatient with the young
you did
girl.
tell us
I
that.
did
Yes,
tell
it
that,
was on
right?
the podcast, yeah.
Oh my God. I think about that and I'm just like, seriously, settle down just a little bit. You know, just reel it in. But I get the sneeze guard thing.
I do too. I understand.
If you're sick, you're supposed to wear. That's the funny part too. Is I've seen pictures of people wearing masks, and they're in service industry, and I know that maybe subconsciously for people, they think, oh well, that will protect me from them, but it won't.
Okay,
because they're not sick. Those people aren't sick.
I think and please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will.
But I'll try not.
Okay, so I was watching I might have been Fox or CNN. One of them, they had some doctor panel, some doctors on, and they were talking about one of the big problems was early on some of the misinformation on the kind of masks that were needed for medical professionals. It was just it was inaccurate. So those masks that they needed aren't necessarily the ones that they needed. And actually doctors had said, if you're in a situation where you don't have a mask, doctors meaning saying this to their other colleagues and nurses,
right?
That if you're in a situation where you need a mask and you don't have a mask, that a bandana will do. That a bandana will do if it's some protection that you need. So if that's the case, and that was just yesterday, they said just yesterday that came out. So maybe those other masks will help now. Maybe it's because we know so much more about the virus now than we did when it started.
The thing they were talking about was the fact that the masks won't protect you from the disease because your eyes are still exposed.
Right.
That was the big thing.
It just helps.
Because in a medical sense, it seems like you see the doctors will have either guards for their eyes. They might have the mask on, but then it's form-fitting also, so it fits around their nose. Because you see pictures of people with a mask on, it's only over their mouth. And I'm like, no.
I saw people...
But if you're not sick, it won't stop you from getting it.
Right. I saw people at Walmart today. This morning when I went into Walmart, and they were all folks that were over 70, but there was a dozen that walking around with masks.
Because for some people, they do wear masks. Because it does help to a degree, I'm sure. But when it comes to this particular virus, they said it wouldn't stop it. Yeah. But it can help in preventing it from spreading so far. Yeah. If you have it and you have it, so if you cough, it won't go as wide a spray. Yeah. Maybe.
So I don't know. Who knows? It's
just
scary.
Between that and the gloves. Because if you have gloves on and you touch something, it's still on the gloves. Yeah. So if you touch something else, they're still on the gloves.
So does everybody know how to take the gloves off properly, like they do in the hospitals where they pull them off? So you just
I do, because that's how I make my meatloaf. Yeah. Is with the gloves.
That's how I eat my chicken wings, with the gloves. So meatloaf equals...
I will have to say the chicken wings, I did start doing that with the chicken wings only because I can be an absolute savage with my wings when you have the gloves on.
Yeah. Oh,
it's awesome.
Yeah, you get everything.
Cleanup is like that.
You get every tendon. You get everything.
And you can just you can get a grip on it and not look like a complete primate, whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely fantastic.
This is true. So the toilet paper thing, I think, is kind of tapering off a little bit. It seems to be. Yeah. But it was kind of funny hearing one of our clients, as a matter of fact, was talking about his daughter. She was gone, staying with her grandparents, spring break kind of thing, and she came back. And he explained what was going on locally now that she was back in the real world, because spring break time, it was just kind of like whatever, doing what grandparents were taking care of. Everything was cool. They were in Florida, as a matter of fact. And she came back and realized, oh my God, toilet paper. And so traveled the entire universe, every road in Omaha, trying to find all the toilet paper and hand sanitizer, which just cracks me up. But
people are stealing it from gyms, from work.
That's why they closed some of the rest areas.
You need to
which is terrible, because truck drivers are still working.
That's like the worst part of it, is that there are people that are working that actually need them. But secondly, that toilet paper is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
It's one step above sandpaper. It's awful.
It's kind of reminiscent of
I'd almost go no wipo. Then use that toilet paper.
Like, I think I'd heard some say, if you ate a proper diet, it wouldn't be so necessary.
Yeah, well, good luck with that one. This next 6 weeks is going to be an absolute disaster.
Improper diet. Oh, total improper.
I haven't had a regular BM in 3 days.
You must drink more water.
It's not that. I don't know if that's the problem.
Is that not the problem? Well, speaking of the toilet paper thing, I do have a picture, I think, and I sent it to you.
You did?
I did. I just sent it to you just a little bit ago.
Okay.
Had to have a long chat with the cat formerly known as Dexter. He's getting really comfortable around the house. He's the feral cat. Mm-hmm. He's getting really comfortable around the house. Like, he zips around, he plays, he nothing to do with me. Like, I come in the room and he stops and just looks at me like, oh, are you going to be here all day? And I think that's what we're going to be going through the next few weeks. He completely unrolled almost an entire roll of toilet paper in the bathroom. Did you see the pile of toilet paper underneath it?
I'll post it. It's posted. Yep.
And you can see the little rips in the toilet paper. Yep. And so then comes the dilemma. Do you just roll it back up and use it anyway?
Yes.
Or do you just rip it open and leave a pile and just pull out what you need? You tried to roll it back up and it was a mess. I'm going to tell you that.
Good question. If you roll it back up, it's obviously doesn't look the same.
Not
that
even
does,
close.
Not that matters.
Not even close.
Yeah.
It's a total mess. But I'm like, I'm not going to waste this. I'm sorry.
You can. It's like gold now.
It is. This is the good stuff,
Yeah.
too. This was the cottonelle with riches.
I
This
know.
This
I know.
is the good stuff. Little jerk.
Like I
He
heard,
likes doing that. Though.
I heard on the Humans News that they need toilet paper, so I'm going to destroy all of their toilet paper.
And you just see just little marks in it. I'm like, oh, you little shit.
So funny.
Yes. Anyway, other than that, everything seems to. Oh, one good story I was just going to pass along here too. In Milwaukee, a lot of people worrying about across the country paying their bills. Granted, this month may not be as difficult as next.
Yes.
Right. But a man by the name of John Zutz sent a letter to his tenants in Milwaukee and said you only need to pay $100 in rent for April.
I read that, just the headline, and it like gave me goosebumps.
Right. And he said, listen, it's going to cost him about $1,000. He's overall. So he doesn't have, it's not like he's like this multimillionaire and he's got, 40 unit buildings. He's got a few tenants, but it's going to cost him about $1,000 for the month. And he said, I see what's happening. And I realize a lot of people are out of work and they're going to need help. And I'm not sure if they do need it or not. The point is they may not need it, but I do encourage them if they don't to please spend it in the neighborhood. This guy's got a real grasp on economics. He said he's just a guy trying to help the community and get them back on their feet. The deal is, he says he hopes other landlords, first off, will see this and do the same thing. How the economy works, you got to keep the money moving. The stock market crashed 3 days in a row because people are sitting on their wallets. You have to keep going, keep doing it. It'll come back. This will pass, but we got to work together. So what he's hoping is that they don't need it, but yet they spend it.
Yeah.
And use it in the community because there are other small businesses that need their business.
Yep. No, that's very good. That's one of the coolest things I've seen so far come out of this.
It's true. You want to hold everything really tight and not go spend. And that's where the restaurants are feeling it. And maybe that's what we're seeing first and foremost. But there are a lot of other businesses that maybe you frequented before or used their services. And now you're thinking, I don't really want to spend money on this.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in the same position. And hopefully more companies, and I know a lot of companies are trying to at least give their people something so that they can get through, because it's not going to be forever.
Yeah.
But it's going to be just kind of a tight stretch, and it will be difficult. There are people out there, and there are organizations that are putting together help. And we've heard what the federal government is trying to put together, and hopefully they can turn it around quick. But in the meantime, we can help,
into my DMs,
right?
yo. I want that now.
In the meantime, we can kind of help ourselves as best we can, and maybe it won't hurt so bad.
Sounds like a plan. I'm down.
I'm down for it. And just keep my cat out of my toilet paper.
That's it. There we go.
Damn it.
Podcast.
Keep it. No, wrong one. Just take. That's going to be the title of today's podcast. Just keep my cat out of my toilet paper. Be safe. Wash your hands. Sing that song. And thank you for listening to our podcast.
Pat and JT Podcast.